Back out here again, I see, Patrick. Yep, as you guys are aware, there's nobody home right now, so I decided to come out here and make another video. Now, this is going to be a non-WWE topic. This is not going to be a WWE topic. This is going to be something that basically happened, a few days ago. Now, if you guys know my channel, I don't tend to just do WWE. I have done other topics before, like Pokemon and other things, Dragon Ball. I've done other topics before, so I've done different topics. So you guys would know about that. If you guys haven't, then obviously you're new to the channel. But yeah, I do different topics. I don't just do WWE. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna talk about, Pokemon. Why am I gonna talk about Pokemon? Well, let's see. I'm talking about Pokemon because there is something I want to talk to you guys about. On Thursday, I replayed Pokemon Emerald. Now, I have Pokemon Emerald on my laptop, this very same thing I'm using to record, and I have an emulator. So I was able to use an emulator to basically play through the game. I've got all the Pokemon games on there from the Game Boy. So I'm able to play some of the Game Boy, Pokemon games on my laptop. I don't know why I just wanted to do this. I basically remember, doing something years ago when I was little. Do you guys remember the old Battle Frontier from Pokemon Emerald and Pokemon Platinum? If you guys have played those games. Well, if you've played those games, you would know about the Battle Frontier. So, for whatever reason, I wanted to take a challenge of the Battle Frontier. I do remember doing them when I was younger, which is something that you people should know. I have done these when I was younger, but I never completed them. I never got a single symbol out of them. Because Kid Me is too lazy because Kid Patrick was a little too lazy to figure out how to open them. He was too lazy how to figure out to open them. So yeah. Like, we had the internet, but I didn't bother, searching it up on my Pokemon Emerald. I took all the time in the world as a child to look up how to open the Reggie caves, than, trying to figure out the Battle Frontier. I thought it was just like the anime. You go in, you battle your way through, and eventually the brain will appear and you gotta battle them. I thought it was just like the anime, that you just go through certain places and the Battle Frontier brain will eventually battle you. And you see, this is the thing that really aggravates me as a fan of Pokemon. I love the Pokemon games. I'll always play them. It's just I've been playing them since I was a child. So of course I'll be continuing to play these games. Here's an issue. I always thought the games were similar to the anime. And boy was I wrong. Sure, they have the same Pokemon as the anime, but they don't follow in the same steps as the anime. That you do different things to the anime than you do. Because in the games you catch the legendary Pokemon, but in the anime, Ash doesn't bother to catch a single one. And yeah, I know it's because they don't want to make him too powerful, but if his Pikachu can handle a legendary, so I think he can too. I'm not going to go into a big giant rant about that. You know, other Pokemon, you know, YouTubers have talked about that Pikachu that Ash has that is basically Superman. Um, yeah, I decided to take the Battle Frontier challenge for once, and I did my research, and I was checking how to open certain brains, how to open these brains, and how to battle them. You know, some of them may look easy, but the amount of times you have to win. But honestly, it's actually very challenging. And because I am because I have an emulator, because I'm playing it through Visual Boy Advance, if you guys know that, because I play it through Visual Boy, I can hit F1 or Shift F1 in save state. So I can use save state, so I can kind of cheat my way, you know, through these, you know, without, you know, dying and restarting. So I checked up what was the easiest one. And it was the one with the giant Seviper, the Battle Pike. So I was like, okay, I gotta win 2 times. I gotta beat this twice. And I checked what Pokemon she had. Said that she had a Seviper, a Shuckle, and a Milotic. So I was like, okay, that shouldn't be too hard. That shouldn't be too hard. And basically, when I saw that Seviper, when I read up about that Seviper that she had, it actually made me remember something that I think you people should know. When I was young, like I said, I did the Battle Frontier when I was young. And again, I didn't know how to open the Frontier brains. When I was little, I did the Battle Pike. The one with the big Seviper, like I just said. I won 2 times in a row without even knowing. Which is how you battle the Frontier brain. You gotta win the Battle Pike twice. So when I was young, and because I was playing it on the Game Boy, you know, now I'm playing it on a computer, but when I was little, I played it through the actual cartridge. So, the Battle Pike has a few interesting methods. The Battle Pike has a few methods. And one of these methods is where you battle somebody, where you battle people. There are some people where you gotta battle, which I'm fine with that because, you know, the Pokemon I had were very strong. And the other thing is that because the Pokemon I had were over level 50, you had to choose from level 50 or from open level, which is the highest level that your Pokemon are. And because my Pokemon were over level 50, I just leveled all my Pokemon up to level 100, you know, just to make it a little bit more challenging and more fun. So my team that I used the second time when I went through this was Latios, Psychic and Dragon, Swampert, my starter, Water and Ground, and Manectric, which was an electric type. They were all level 100. And because of the Pokemon that the Pike Queen, as they call her, the Pike Queen that Lucy uses, Seviper was weak to Psychic, the Milotic was weak to Electric, and her final Pokemon was a Shuckle, which was a Rock and Bug Pokemon, which was weak to Water. So yeah, like I said, I saw her Pokemon and I was like, oh, this should be easy. You know, this doesn't look too bad. And again, when I was a kid, when I was playing it through the Game Boy, there's some dirty tactics that the battle pack does to you. That if you run into a Curlier or a Dusclops, they could either poison your Pokemon, burn them, or freeze them. So that's a pain. That was a very big pain when I was little. And I believe when I was little, I only had my Sceptile. Because, you know, the three Pokemon I just mentioned to you just now were the Pokemon I used in my second time doing this, in this video that I'm going to tell you guys about my battle. But this is about me explaining what happened to me when I was a kid. Like, I can't remember what Pokemon I remember using. All I remember is my Sceptile. Either I went through it with just the Sceptile, or I went through it with two other Pokemon, and they either fainted, or they got affected by, you know, the burn or anything, and they ended up fainting. Which I believe that's what happened. So, mistakenly, I ended up making it to the battle pike, the Pike Queen, when I was a kid. She battled me, she sent out her Seviper, I had my Sceptile, and she obliterated me. She obliterated me because all I had was my Sceptile. And because of the music, I was like, whoa, what is up with this music? This is completely different music. It was the Battle Frontier music for the brains. Yeah, she basically murdered me. She murdered me. That Seviper will always haunt me. That Seviper always haunted me. So, yeah, that was basically my experience of it as a kid. So, now I'm here to explain what happened now. When I went through the same battle pike, same lady, with that same Seviper. So I battled it, so I did it twice. Like I said, my team was Latios, Manectric, and Swampert. The one I was using today. Oh, the one I was using 2 days ago. So I battled her. The battle was going fine. She sent out her Seviper. I had my Latios up front. Latios just obliterates it with its Psychic. So the Seviper that I had problems with when I was little just got annihilated in 5 seconds. With a powerful Psychic. Because I came more prepared this time. Because I just checked, because I looked up what Pokemon she had. She sends out her Milotic next. And when she sent out the Milotic next, I immediately knew why. Because I was a part Dragon, it would have had Ice Beam. Now, a normal person would switch. A normal person would switch out their Pokemon so that way it won't get killed. I could have easily just switched to my Manectric, but I didn't want to run the risk of it getting damaged, or either getting frozen by the Ice Beam, because knowing my luck, something like that probably would have happened. So, I let my Latios battle the Milotic. It did some pretty good damage to it. But it did end up fainting. Latios ended up fainting. My Manectric came in, had a few Thunderbolts, wouldn't kill it. And the one thing about the Milotic that I didn't like is that it had leftovers and it can use Recover. I shouldn't be surprised that the Milotic has Recover, because that's what most people have with Milotics. They normally have Recover, just to really piss you off. But I used Thunder on it, and boom. That was it. Thunder was more powerful than Thunderbolt, and I just obliterated, Milotic. Now, I've been talking calmly, because this is where things are about to get weird. And very, very bad. You know how I told you guys that Seviper was going to give me nightmares? Forget I ever said that. Forget I ever said that. Because her final Pokemon, like I said, was a Shuckle. Like I said, she had a Shuckle. And I thought this Shuckle was going to be a piece of cake. Boy, oh boy, I was wrong. I thought that Survivor was that Kid Me verse was terrible. Thankfully, it wasn't. Like I said, I just obliterated it easy. The Milo tick, like I said, it had leftovers and recover. That was no issue. I was able to work my way around that. But that wasn't until I ran into this Lucy, the Pike Queen, and her Shuckle. The Pike Queen should not be called the Pike Queen. She should not be called the Pike Queen. She should be called the Pike Devil. Because that's exactly what she was. She was a devil. Now, I know there's silver and gold. That I know. Because there's 2 rankings. This girl brings out a Shuckle. Now, I don't know what other people's experience with this Shuckle is, but oh my god, I have never been so frustrated in my entire life playing Pokemon. I have gotten angry over Pokemon before, in the past, because I may love Pokemon, but sometimes Pokemon can be very, very hard to play. And it can be very, very hard in some battles. Some battles can be very hard. I've had my fair share of tough, grueling battles. But the Battle Pike Queen Lucy takes the cake of by far the worst trainer I have ever battled. Her Shuckle has Rest, Sandstorm, Protect, and Toxic. It has 0 attacking moves. This thing basically kills you by using Toxic. That's basically how this thing kills you. And I guess it could kill you with Sandstorm as well, but Toxic is going to be the main thing that's going to kill you. I was so confident. I went into this so confident. Very confident. Until I ran into the Shuckle. It kept spamming Protect. My Thunders wouldn't hit. Toxic ended up killing Manectric. And all I had left was my Swampert. Because like I said, Latios fainted to the Milotic. And because I played this on an emulator, I was able to save state. So I save stated to make sure that I beat her. But oh my god. This girl's a pain. I've never hated anything than I have ever hated anything in my entire life. Especially when it comes to Pokemon. That Shuckle is going to be the Pokemon that's going to be haunting me. Because like I said, it was so bad, it's so bad that it uses Toxic to kill you. Like, how in the frickin' hell can now, who in the right mind's idea was to have a woman that has a Toxicking Shuckle that will murder your Pokemon? Who runs the Battle Frontier? I believe it was Scott in that game. I don't understand how Scott, the guy that runs Battle Frontier, even allowed her to have a Shuckle with Toxic. Now, I don't know. Now, I don't want to sound like this is a big rant or anything, and I know it's a game, but you would use your logic and be like, you could use some logic here. You could use some logic and think, why would this happen? Why would anyone allow someone to do that? I think that is by far the most cheating tactic I have ever seen. Using Protect while having a toxicking Shuckle that's going to toxic you to death, and more importantly, that it has rest. By the time you get its HP halfway, it'll just use rest. Boom, its health is back up. And what makes it even worse, that it will have a Chesto Berry that it will immediately wake up. And thankfully she only has one. This Shuckle was just a pure nightmare. I just explained it to you. The 4 moves that this thing has. What else is there for me to explain? All I was hoping for is that my Swampert would get lucky and nail a critical hit. And because I had save states, I kept trying and trying and trying. I did not want this thing to beat me. I did not want to let a cheating Shuckle beat me. Now, some of you might be saying, well, you know, you could have just gone and get a Steel-type Pokemon. You could have had a Steel-type Pokemon and none of that and everything would have been okay. Okay. You know, that's a fair point. That's a good point, and I'll explain to you why I didn't use a Steel-type. It's because I didn't know what moves these Pokemon had. That's the thing. That's why I don't do these Battle Frontiers. Because I don't know what these Pokemon have. Like I said to you guys earlier in this video, I basically said that I checked up what Pokemon they had. The website that I used to figure out what Pokemon these Frontier Brains had did not explain what moves they had. Now, if it did, I would have been more prepared, and I would have been like, okay, so this Shuckle knows Toxic, so I'm going to bring in my Steel-type Registeel to make sure it doesn't kill me. And because I didn't know that this Shuckle had Rest, Protect, Sandstorm, and Toxic, I couldn't figure my way through it. And you people need to understand, why would I want to go through all that again? Why would I want to lose to the Pike and do it twice all over again? I wanted to get to the Pike and win. I wanted to get to the Frontier Brain and win. That was my goal. I wanted to win. I didn't want to let a cheating Shuckle beat me. Even though I could have easily gone back and gotten my Registeel, maxed that level out to 100, and possibly had an idea to take care of it. But no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to beat her with my Swampert. Did I beat her? Yes, I did beat her. Thankfully, I did. Oh. It was just so stressful. It was just so stressful. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me. That's how stressful this battle was. And what is so ironic is the name of the symbol she gives you. The name of the symbol for the battle pike is kind of ironic, because that is basically how I beat her. It's called the luck symbol. I find that so ironic, because that's basically what I had to do. I had to get lucky. I had to get lucky to beat her. So, I find that very ironic. And I did check through Cerebi. Cerebi didn't tell the moves of the Pokemon. But all I know is that she does not have the Shuckle if you're going to go for gold. which I am very, very thankful for. So anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys liked this video. Like I said, I don't normally talk. Oh, hang on, my phone is ringing. Sorry about that, my phone was ringing. I can't believe that she interrupted my ending. That was my girlfriend. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, at least, because I kind of like talking about Pokemon. I really do. So, if you guys want me to bring up more Pokemon stuff, I gladly will. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up if you did. Comment your opinions down below. Have you guys challenged the Battle Frontier before? And what is your experience with it? And have you struggled in a Battle Frontier? That is basically the question for you guys down below. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.